Hey guys, Merc here. I've been getting a lot of questions lately, and well, for quite a long time now, about which add-ons I use to make my UI like this, which add-ons I use for my scrolling combat text, etc. And I figured I'd answer them in one big video to save me answering the mails over and over and over again, which isn't your fault, but yeah, it's a bit of a pain. So basically, and I'll just enter my random BG now. The add-ons I use. First up, we have Bartender, which is basically what I use for my action bars, and it in itself allows you, just jump out here so I have a little bit more room to breathe, allows you to move your bars, any one of your bars, anywhere on the screen, apart from obviously the top and the nameplates. But all your basic action bars, you can move wherever you want them, and you get a lot more bars than you normally have. Another neat feature with Bartender is the ability to cause your action bars not to switch to a different action bar for Shadow Dance. The stealth action bar normally switches to, but with Bartender you can turn that off in the options here. For some reason my action bars are 1, 6 and 8 for my main action bars, but for the main bar it'll have a state configuration in the options, which will give you like stance configuration, and this works with like warriors or paladins, oh, not paladins, but druids, whatever. If you're switching to a different stance or a different form, but basically with this, you can choose not to switch to a different page when you use Shadow Dance, which is what I'm looking at here. As you can see, I've set it to don't page, where normally that would be set to whichever bar your stealth is, which for me is bar 7 or page 7. The other thing I use, basically the timer on all my abilities after I use them, is called OmniCC, and it's very handy. I actually never play without it, basically. I've actually even inquired at LAN cafes when playing to see if I can just get them to download it for me. I've become that dependent on it. And generally I don't use a lot of add-ons. These are actually only the very few add-ons I use. But basically OmniCC will put a little number on whatever you use to show you when you can use it again. And hopefully I'll show that now. All my sap could miss, that's fine too. Give me a chance to show you what Shadow Dance does though. As you can see, it hasn't switched my my action bar whatsoever. It's just lit up the ambush, cheap shot and garrote that I've got up on my top bar, specifically for Shadow Dance. There's OmniCC kicking into play on the Cloak of Shadows. It also does it for debuffs on enemy players as well. Your debuffs specifically, not other people's debuffs, which is very handy. Another mod I use in combination with OmniCC is OmniCC Pulse. That's OmniCC, like 2 C's, by the way. Obviously all this will be in the video description. But OmniCC Pulse basically shows up a little, basically flash on the icon, so you know when it's ready to use again. So you don't have to really bother watching your cooldowns all that much. Obviously be sparing with them, but you don't have to actually worry about when they're coming off, because it will show you quite effectively. The other mod I use is called Scrolling Combat Text. As you can see, that cartoony font as I'm playing is the Adventure font for OmniCC. what it does is essentially it gives you a lot more information about your combat text. Shows your, you know, temporary buffs, like, you know, random cooldowns, or sorry, random like trinket procs, or, you know, stance changes, or anything really. Also for warriors, it'll show like slam procs, or I don't know much about other classes apart from paladins, but it'll also show any, you know, temporary procs that you really need to see for your DPS rotation, etc. Just down above your action bars. That also can be changed position just by typing SCT menu. It's actually called scrolling combat text, as simple as that. And basically, you know, you can change where you want everything here. I've got it sent to adventure. Just 1 second, I'll have to escape. But yes, it's very, very informative. It shows you a lot more what's going on. It also has the little icon of, you know, what is affecting you on the debuff. You know, how much energy you've got coming in. Pretty much everything you need to know. It's very, very handy. Other than that, the only other add-on I can think of that I use is Deadly Boss Mods, but obviously everyone knows about that. I'm really not an add-on or macro heavy type of person. A lot of people ask me, you know, what are some good rogue macros? I can tell you right now, I only use 2 rogue macros. That is the spammable stealth macro, which basically causes you not to like randomly change out of stealth when you're trying to get back into stealth. Like, I've got it bound to F1 here. I have retardedly large hands. I'm not the elephant man, but I do have large hands. As you can see, I can just spam stealth there, and it won't bring me back out of stealth, which is absolutely wonderful for good old elemental shamans. But yeah, it won't bring me back out of stealth when I spam it. The other macro I use is sap, just a standard sap macro. Just, you know, Google rogue sap macro, or I remember getting mine from roguerogue.com. I don't know if it's still operational, but yeah, I believe there's some macros up there. For PvE, people have been asking me about PvE. What should I be gemming for? You know, what spec? What gear is best for me? I'm up to blah 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 gear level. Check out shadowpanther.net. It is absolutely amazing for PvE gearing choices. Has, you know, individual DPS values for both combat and mutilate, which is quite, yeah, very, very handy. There's also an IDPS spreadsheet that I use for you know, gearing choices at a more advanced level, but Shadow Panther is the way to go if you're just looking to kind of get in there. Other questions?